Good evening. Thank you for joining our presentation on the College Credit Plus program, Ohio's dual enrollment program. My name is Rob Gonda, and I'm the Director of College and Career Success at the Central Ohio ESC. Today, we have presenters from several Central Ohio colleges and universities, as well as several local school districts. We will be describing the CCP program, its benefits and risks, and how your child can get involved. This presentation should be the start of a family conversation to help you decide if CCP is the right program for your child, if this is the right time to get started, and what option is the right fit. Throughout the presentation, if you have any questions, please enter them in the QA section of Zoom, and we will answer them throughout the presentation. Additionally, after the presentation, we will have live questions and answers for the overall program for specific colleges and universities. We will now start our presentation with our representative from Columbus State University.
Hello, everyone. I am Andrea Bennett from Columbus State Community College, and I'm so excited to be here. So what is College Credit Plus? College Credit Plus is the state of Ohio's dual enrollment program. Students are enrolled in college classes, and they receive both high school and college credit for these classes. That means that the student can be earning credit for both high school graduation and to meet college degree requirements. CCP is free for families to participate. I'm going to say that again. CCP is free for families to participate. The costs of the program are covered by the local school district for public school students or by the state of Ohio for students who attend a non-public school or are homeschooled. It is important to note, though, that there are qualifications the students must meet to receive this funding. CCP covers most of the costs of participation for families. The school district will pay for the tuition and books for students. Colleges will waive all fees, such as application fees, lab fees, etc. But there are a few fees that families may still be expected to cover. If a student enrolls in more classes than the state will cover, and we'll explain that in a few minutes, the family will be responsible to cover the full cost for that course. CCP does not cover the cost of transportation or parking for students who take classes on a college campus, and there may be additional optional fees for things such as a recreation center or other activities that a student may opt into. The state has set several requirements for students who want to participate in the CCP program. To be eligible, a student must be an Ohio resident in grades 7 through 12 and meet the statewide college readiness guidelines. We will discuss the guidelines later in the presentation. Now I'm going to turn the presentation over to my colleague from Ashland.
Hi, my name is Carla Kuhn, and I'm the Director of College Credit Plus at Ashland University. Let's focus on College Credit Plus students. We recommend that you have a family discussion to decide if CCP is right for you and your family. CCP is a great program for the right student, and we hope this presentation will help you decide if it's the right program, the right time, and the right college. Students who do best in College Credit Plus are students who are looking for challenges and who are academically ready to be successful in a college class. Beyond academics, students will also need to possess the social and emotional skills needed for college success. We do need to stress that students who enroll in College Credit Plus courses are taking actual college courses. These courses may contain topics or themes that are considered adult in nature. We do not ask our faculty and instructors to adjust the material for younger students, and it is hard to know which classes may have this content. An English class may ask students to read books that contain controversial subjects. A language class may discuss cultural issues that are adult, or a psychology class may talk about abnormal behavior. The books and other required materials may include adult content. Students may be participating in discussions either online or in person that touch on mature themes. The state also requires us to provide this legal disclaimer. The subject matter of a course enrolled in under the College Credit Plus program may include mature subject matter or materials, including those of a graphic, explicit, violent, or sexual nature that will not be modified upon College Credit Plus enrollee participation, regardless of where the course instruction occurs. You will be required to submit a permission slip signed by student and parent, acknowledging that you accept this information before you can be admitted to a CCP program. The student will also be required to submit a survey stating that they possess the necessary social and emotional maturity for college classes before enrolling in a CCP class. Let's discuss the options for CCP. Students can enroll in College Credit Plus courses through many different institutions around the state. All public colleges, 2-year and 4-year, participate in CCP, along with a number of private colleges. In Central Ohio, your public options include Columbus State, COTC, and Ohio State, while Franklin, Kenyon, Otterbein, and Ashland University are your private college options. Students are able to take these classes in a variety of locations. Some classes will be offered at your high school, while others will be taught on the college campus. We also have seen a large increase in the number of online courses that are available. Now I'm going to turn the presentation over to my colleague from Franklin University.
Hello, good evening. I'm Maureen Cooper, the College Credit Plus manager from Franklin University. Now that you've heard about the options, let's discuss why a student may choose to participate in the CCP program. The top benefit of participating in CCP is the free college credit. As you know, college costs have increased over the years, and CCP can help a student earn credit that can meet their degree requirements. Students may enroll in the college where they intend to complete a degree, or they may choose to transfer credit between institutions. Credit transfers between all public universities in the state and may also transfer to out-of-state and/or private colleges as well. Another great benefit of participating in CCP is to gain experience. CCP allows students to explore college, work with faculty and staff, and take a wide range of classes. Students can start taking introductory courses in new academic programs, consider possible career choices, or take classes in a variety of disciplines. This will give students the opportunity to learn the expectations of the college classroom. One benefit of CCP is the ability to complete college at a faster pace. In the years since CCP was introduced, there have been students who have actually completed a certificate program or associate degree while still in high school. Of course, this is dependent on the student's interest and degree path. While some students may be able to graduate early, this is not the case for every college degree. Some majors, such as engineering or nursing, may have additional requirements that may take a student longer to complete. CCP can still help these students broaden their college experience. Some students may be able to complete a double major or add minors to their program. Students may also be able to take fewer classes each semester and give themselves more time for experiences such as co-ops and internships, undergraduate research, study abroad, and other ways to prepare for their future career. While there are many benefits to CCP, there are also some risks. We want to make sure you go into this program with full understanding. Poor academic performance can have very negative consequences for students. The expectation is that students should be able to earn a college GPA of at least 2.0. Falling below this level could result in financial issues. CCP law states that if a student fails a class or drops after the initial drop deadline, their school can ask them to repay all costs for the course. It's important to make sure your child is ready to pass a college-level class, or you may end up paying for this free class. Beyond the finances, the grades earned will also be on the student's high school and college transcript. This means that poor performance will impact future admissions and scholarship opportunities. Again, this can have long-term effects. Since the classes are on the college transcript, it can cause difficulties in admissions to medical or graduate school. To make sure students don't do too much damage to their future, CCP students who do poorly may be placed on CCP probation or dismissal. Your school counselor will monitor grades and work with your students to go through this process. CCP classes are real college classes, no matter if they are taught at the high school or on a college campus. CCP instructors will not modify the content of a course for CCP students. If they are in the class, they will be expected to meet the same requirements as all the other students taking the class. It's also possible that the instructor will presume that students have prior knowledge from high school classes. Here's an example. A student was enrolled in college botany class before she took a high school chemistry class. This course assumed that the student had already taken chemistry, and the student had great difficulty understanding the chemical process of photosynthesis. Even though she was smart, she ended up with a D in the class because she didn't have the high school knowledge that the professor expected. Now we will hear from our representative from Central Ohio Technical College.
Hello, I'm Nicole Thompson. I'm the CCP Enrollment Navigator at Central Ohio Technical College. Let's talk about what families should consider when deciding to participate in College Credit Plus. First, you're going to want to think about your child's maturity level. Remember, there may be adult content in the class. Is your child ready to have those conversations? They also may be taking classes with students who are significantly older than they are. How will your child react to a study partner in their 20s? Students do need to have a strong time management skill to do well in college classes. The pace of the class will be much faster. High school courses are year-long classes going over materials in 30 weeks. Now, a college class is completed in a semester, which is 15 weeks. There's no time to procrastinate in college classes. Students need to be ready to work on the class from the very beginning. Students will be expected to do much more reading than regular high school classes and will be expected to come to class ready to discuss those readings. It's common for professors to tell students for every hour of class, they will need to do 2 hours of work outside of that classroom. Students who take classes on a college campus will need to add time to their schedule to get to campus, park, on top of the time that they need to complete the coursework. You will also need to pay attention to calendar differences between high school and college. The terms may have different start and end dates, as well as different spring breaks. And most colleges have no calamity days for snow. So how well can your student advocate for their own best interest? Parents will not have the same access to grades and homework in a college classroom. Students will need to be able to initiate contact with the faculty. There are some important differences in the law that will impact students in the CCP program. The Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, known as FERPA, is different between the K-12 and higher education systems. For K-12 systems, parents and students have equal rights to the student's educational records. That means that a parent can call a teacher and be given information about the student's performance. That changes at the college level, however. At the college level, only the student has access to their educational record regardless of age. That means that faculty members will not discuss student performance. It will be up to the student to reach out to the instructor to ask questions about homework or grades. Another important difference in law affects students with disabilities. At the K-12 level, schools follow the IDEA. A family will have an IEP conference with the teacher, parent, student, and counselor that are designed for student success. Colleges are governed by the Americans with Disability Act. Students can receive accommodations, and students need to initiate that process. These accommodations are designed for student access. Now you will hear from my colleague from Otterbein University.
Hi, I'm Lori Wilhelm from Otterbein University. Now that you've heard all about the CCP program, it's time to tell you how to participate. There are several steps that you need to take to participate in CCP. First, you need to demonstrate college readiness. CCP law states that you can show that you are ready for college by earning qualifying scores on several standardized tests. These tests include the ACT, SAT, AccuPlacer, and ALEX. COVID-19 created difficulty for students in accessing these tests, so the state is also allowing students to provide college readiness by having a 3.0 high school GPA. Second, you will need to be admitted to the college of your choice. The admissions process will be very similar to applying to college after high school, so you'll need to work directly with each college to learn their admission requirements. The statewide college readiness scores are one way to meet CCP student eligibility guidelines. You can view this chart to see if your test scores meet the standard. The state of Ohio also allows for students to qualify for CCP through test optional eligibility. Students are able to participate without meeting the standardized test score. Students need to have a 3.0 unweighted high school GPA if they want to participate without a test score. After you've been admitted to a college for CCP, you'll be able to enroll in classes. Let's discuss some of the rules for enrolling. While you can take a wide range of classes through CCP, there are a few rules on course eligibility. When you first start in the CCP program, you'll need to take Level 1 courses. These are introductory courses that apply to many college degree programs and will transfer easily between different colleges. Each college will have their list of Level 1 courses available on their website. The state also has designated some classes as not eligible for CCP funding. These include courses such as PE, study abroad, and individual lessons. If you choose to take one of these classes, your family will be responsible for all costs. Now I'm going to turn the presentation over to my colleague from The Ohio State University.
Hello. My name is Kelly Riebling Cobb, and I am from the Ohio State University College Credit Plus Program Office. And the next thing we're going to talk about is CCP limit. So while CCP is free for your family, there are some limits. You can you can earn up to 30 college credits in an academic year. And the academic year for CCP is summer, fall, and spring. You'll also be limited to a maximum of 120 college credits between 7th and 12th grade. Many students will take a mixture of high school and college classes. So there's a formula to determine how many college and high school classes you could take. A college class can range between 3 to 5 credit hours. A year-long high school class is worth 3 college credit hours. You'll count both types of classes in the amount of coursework you can take each year. So let's look at an example of what that appears to be there. We're going to use Emma as an example. Emma's taking 5 high school classes. Since one high school class is worth 3 college credits, we'll multiply the number of classes by 3. So 5 classes times 3 equals 15 credit hours. So Emma has 30 hours available for the entire school year, summer, autumn, and spring. So we'll subtract the 15 hours that she's taking in high school from 30 to see that she can enroll in 15 credits at a college. So we've given you a lot of information about the program. Now, let's talk about your next steps. It's very important that you work with your school to get the process started. You should set up an appointment with your high school counselor or your school counselor to learn about your options. You'll also want to discuss how CCP classes count towards your high school graduation and your athletic ability if you're an athlete. Most importantly, you'll want to complete the CCP letter of intent by the April 1st deadline. And that's the same deadline every year. We recommend that you complete this letter of intent even if you're not sure that you're going to do CCP next year. Submitting the letter of intent form keeps your options open, and it is not a commitment in any way, shape, or form to participate for the next year. You'll also need to work with your college of interest or colleges of interest. Don't forget to apply for admission to their CCP program. That's a key point to getting involved. Each college will have information on their website on how to apply, what information you'll need to submit, and also the deadline to apply. Deadlines are extremely important when it comes to college level work as well as college applications and admission. Be sure to note those deadlines as they tend to be very strict at the college level. And you'll also need to check into any testing requirements for your college choice. You may need to supply an ACT or an SAT, or you may need to supply a score on the AccuPlacer or ALEX. And there may be limits on what you can take in these, on when you can take those courses. Again, deadlines are super important. So please be sure to note that when your testing needs to be completed for your college so that you can enroll in the class that you'd like to enroll in. Colleges will also have test optional opportunities for admission, and each of those will also be listed on each school's website. So be sure to check their web pages for those school requirements. Now, every college will have an orientation, and it's super important that you participate in orientation. Not only do they have orientation, but they have an advising process for students who are admitted to their program so that they know exactly what to expect and how to prepare and enroll in the classes that they want. For some colleges, it will occur in the spring for the following school year, while other colleges may not schedule your fall classes until mid to late summer. Please be sure to keep in touch with both your high school counselor and your CCP advisor so that you know when you need to schedule and when you need to make sure that you are ready to enroll and begin classes. Now we're going to talk a little bit about CCP at our local colleges and all the information you need to know for them.
Hey, thank you, Kelly. Again, as she mentioned, we do have several colleges and universities here with us tonight. Our first presenter will be from Ashland University.
Hi, it's Carla again from AU, and all our information that's on this slide, you can see it for yourself at ashland.edu/CCP. But I just want to point out that while our deadline to apply is June 15th, we actually start registration back in April. So I encourage you to submit your application at the same time that you submit your letter of intent to your school counselor. And then everything will be ordered and you will be ready to start registration in mid-April. The other thing that I want to stress, and this applies for all the other colleges too, is when you submit your application, make sure that you're using a personal email address and not your high school account. A lot of times the high school privacy settings block messages from outside parties. So if you use your high school account, and we send you an acceptance letter. You may never receive it because your school will block it. And last, our admission requirements, as with many of the colleges, we have 2 pathways to admission, one with test scores and one without. If you have any questions at all, you can find my contact information on our website, and don't be afraid to reach out. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andrea Bennett. I am a regional coordinator for CCP with Columbus State Community College. I just want to talk about some benefits that Columbus State has to offer to students. We offer over 200 degree and certificate programs, so students are sure to find a pathway that's right for them. And as a Columbus State CCP student, you're going to have access to a college advisor and career planning resources to help you map out a path to your future career. We also have student support resources available, such as tutoring and a writing center to help students achieve academic success. We also have an early alert system that helps to identify students who might be struggling in their courses, and that allows us to offer extra support to those students. Columbus State is very affordable. Finishing your degree at Columbus State means taking advantage of one of the lowest tuition rates in Central Ohio. So it is a great place to start while you're in the CCP program, and you can just transition right in as a traditional student. And there are also scholarships available for eligible CCP students who pursue traditional enrollment at Columbus State after they graduate high school. So there are lots of benefits to joining the CCP program at Columbus State. For participating in CCP at Columbus State, your first step is going to be completing our online College Credit Plus application. Make sure that you do that for the correct starting semester. So if you plan to take courses during summer term, please make sure you choose summer term as your starting semester on your application, because that's going to make things a lot easier for our team, which is going to ensure the fastest processing for you. And I want to echo what Carla said about not using your school email. She's absolutely right. School email servers like to block messages from colleges and external sources. So it's best to use a personal email when you're applying to the college of your choice. After you apply, you're going to receive an email with your next steps from Columbus State, hopefully, as long as your email server doesn't block it. Your first step for that is going to be submitting your CCP permission slip and your student questionnaire forms to your advisor. You'll need to do that before you can register for classes. Then you'll need to establish eligibility. So you'll need to submit either your high school transcript or your ACT or SAT scores, or your school counselor to send us information about your unweighted cumulative high school GPA. If you don't have any of those, we do offer a placement test for students to qualify for the program as well. And we offer those placement tests on our Columbus and Delaware campuses. So we try to make that available to students if they need that pathway. Once eligibility is on file, then your next step is going to be to register for courses by completing a registration form and submitting it to your school counselor for approval. All of our paperwork is going to be available on our website. Once you're registered for classes, you'll receive a confirmation email from your advisor, and you'll receive your next steps for getting ready for the start of your semester. So we have more information, tons of information on our website. So please visit cscc.edu, or you can scan this QR code to get straight to our website and gather all of that great information. You can also contact your assigned Columbus State CCP advisor if you have any questions about the process, and we would love to speak with you and walk you through how to become a CCP student at Columbus State. So thank you so much.
Hi again. I'm Nicole Thompson with Central Ohio Technical College. I just wanted to point out a couple things about COTC. Our fall application deadline is August 18th, which is a week before our semester starts. So just very much so similar to Ashland, even though our deadline to apply is towards the middle of August, we do start registering for fall classes way before school gets out for the summer. So just keep those things in mind. The closer we are to the start, the limited classes that may be available for your student. Some things that point out about COTC is not only will your student be assigned to a CCP enrollment navigator who will help your student from the time they apply to COTC through up until high school graduation. We help them with the application process all the way through registration. Your student will also be assigned a student success coach that will help your student with test taking, note taking, study skills. They'll get them connected to our tutoring center, our testing center. And then we also have an early alert system that professors can submit on your student, and then that gets submitted to the success coach, just so then they can reach out to your student to provide additional support for them. If you get on our website, there is our CCP student guide is linked out there. Our CCP student guide does include all of our deadlines, eligibility requirements, and then it also has all of our pathways. So if your student is interested in just taking some general education courses to transfer, or if they're looking at a specific career field, we break down ideal courses that we recommend that they take. Your first step, like always, is just to apply to COTC. Once your student has applied, they will receive emails with their next steps, their login information, and then we also send out emails to parents as well, providing you with your student's next steps as well. If you do have any questions, below is my contact information. Feel free to reach out, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you.
Good evening. This is Maureen with Franklin University again. A lot of our admission steps are very similar to the previous colleges. We accept the state eligibility requirements. You'll need to apply online. Mature content, permission slip, and student questionnaire will also be required. Something kind of unique about Franklin University is while we do have a downtown campus, we are primarily an online institution. So we have quite a variety of courses online available for students. We have students that come in and kind of take a few, general education courses, students that take associate or actually earn an associate's degree through CCP. And we even have a handful that even actually move through and earn a bachelor's degree through Franklin. With being online, that means that if a student would need a placement test after we evaluate their transcripts, that can be completed entirely online. They will also complete their orientation online as well. All of our student services that are available to CCP students are the same that are available to our regular traditional undergraduate students. And they're all conveniently available online, such as the library. We've got online tutoring where students can set up appointments, advising. They'll be set up with a CCP advisor, and that will be able to be completed online, as well as career services. Also, the majority of our courses do have a built-in e-textbook, which makes it easy and convenient for students. And if students do want to continue on at Franklin after completing at least one CCP course successfully, they are eligible for a 20% discount on tuition. And one thing I just wanted to point out, if students are kind of looking at summer, our classes will begin on May 19th and our registration will open on February 24th. We have what's considered rolling admissions. We have multiple starts each term. So we do suggest students apply at least 3 weeks in advance before they're planning to start classes, just to give time to get their transcripts processed, complete orientation, meet with an advisor, all of those type of things. And then for our fall term, our registration will open on June 16th, and classes for that will begin on August 18th. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at the main email, the ccplus@franklin.edu. And you can also view additional information about being a CCP student at Franklin at our website. And thank you.
Hello, it's Kelly again from The Ohio State University, and want to talk to you just a little bit about our program. here at Ohio State, you will hear often the term the Ohio State University or the OSU Academy. Those terms are interchangeable. That's our brand, so to speak, of CCP at Ohio State. So just in case you hear those terms bantied about, you know, that means CCP. Now, students that are interested in CCP at Ohio State, they will either take courses on campus or online. So we don't offer any courses within the high school building. And we offer a variety of courses for students to explore through CCP, everything from anthropology to zoology. Also, we offer more than 20 world languages for students to take advantage of. So those are some things that you could look forward to. We also have a special summer and fall internship program for high school seniors. So students who are currently juniors who would be going into their senior year. That internship program is called the John Glenn High School Internship Program. So it's offered through our John Glenn College of Public Affairs. It offers 6 credit hours of experience through enrollment into a Intro to Public Affairs class, as well as credits in an internship. And the internship could be anywhere in government, nonprofit agencies, or other agencies or institutions or businesses that are really focused on policymaking. So if you fall into that category as a high school junior going to be a senior, you would want to go to their website, glenn.osu.edu. And then on that website, you're going to look for high school internship program. Now, for students who are interested in doing CCP at Ohio State, we have multiple regional campuses. Most of our students will attend Columbus campus, but within Central Ohio, we do have students who often go to Newark for classes or go to Marion for classes. With that being said, because CCP admission, and meaning admission to the college, has to be reflective or the same process as a traditional student would be applying to college, our admission on Columbus campus is highly selective. So you want to keep in mind that if you're applying for admission to Columbus, there are going to be several things that are going to be taken into consideration. It's a holistic review, which means that students are not just evaluated on, their GPA or certain test scores. It is a holistic review, just like a freshman would be. So we look at your high school GPA. Most Columbus students do have completed 15 or more high school credits. So it's not for a lot of times for students who are just getting into high school. You want to have a really solid high school experience before you apply to Columbus campus. You can submit ACT or SAT scores, but they're not required. We also look at your reading and writing skills, specifically writing skills as shown in your application essay, and also strong involvement and leadership in both your school and outside of school. And that can mean a lot of things. That can mean working, that can mean clubs, that can mean taking care of family members, that can mean a lot of different things. But this will show us that you not only have the ability to do well in school, but to balance responsibilities outside of school, which will be key in being a successful Ohio State student in CCP and beyond. And it's important that you submit all of your application documents and requirements which is the transcript, the school information form, the mature content permission slip, and submit that by the deadline. For fall, it's May 1st. For spring, it's October 15th. And so for this summer coming up, 2025, the deadline is February 1st. And once you submit all of the documents, within 4 to 6 weeks, you'll get a decision. And it will be by email. So like all of my other colleagues have said, please don't use your high school or school email. Use an email like a Gmail or Hotmail or whatever address that will allow you to get information to and from us. And we'll submit your information. You will submit your decision by that email address. If you want more information, we have a ton of information on our website. It's Academy, ACADEMY -ccp.osu.edu.
Hi, it's Lori at Otterbein. I will reiterate some of the things that my colleagues have already talked about, but just let you know what's a little bit different about Otterbein. First of all, Otterbein is going to offer CCP opportunities for our area students who are looking to earn college credit through in-person classes at our campus in Westerville. Students are going to go through a very comprehensive orientation, some one-on-one counseling with an academic advisor, and then they're able to enjoy many of the same opportunities on campus that our traditional undergraduate students enjoy. Otterbein is a really great fit for your students who are looking for an easy to navigate campus, small classes, and individual attention when they're starting their college experience. If you're interested in CCP at Otterbein, you need to complete our online application. It's a pretty simple process. You'll create your account, complete the application with an essay. It's also required. You'll need to have your high school counselor complete the high school information form and submit your transcripts. And then we also need that permission slip that's required through the state. Once all those pieces of your application are received, we review your application, and again, you'll get your decision about admission by mail from Otterbein, and they'll let you know what all the next steps are to get you to enrollment. Our application deadline for next fall is June 1st. So, a lot of students wait until summertime and decide like, yeah, I think CCP is what I want to do for the fall. By then it's too late. Our application deadline is June 1st, and it's really important with any of the colleges that you pay attention to those deadlines. So we just want to make sure anyone who's interested in Otterbein has applied, that you're admitted, enrolled, and ready to find success here as a Cardinal with us. If you have any questions, we've got information on our website as well, or you're welcome to reach out to me directly. My phone number and contact information is there too. So thank you.
Thank you, college and university representatives, for the additional information. Should you have specific questions about CCP, please talk to your school counselor and visit the CCP website linked below. I'll also mention that this whole presentation has been recorded and will be posted on our website and also sent out to your schools, so you'll be able to rewatch and catch any of the information that you might have missed throughout the night. To offer you a student perspective on College Credit Plus, we've invited several school districts to share testimonials from their students about their experiences. We will now share these with you. First up, from Columbus City Schools, is 11th grader Shayna from Centennial High School. Again, I'm not going to read through every testimony, but I'm going to highlight a couple things for you. She says, not only has the opportunity challenged me academically, has enhanced my personal growth, specifically my English 1100 composition course has further developed my writing and analytical skills, allowing me to express complex ideas with clarity and precision. From Gahanna Jefferson High School, Ellie wanted to share, taking online CCP classes gives me more time during my school day to take classes I love, like Yearbook and Lincoln Live, our school broadcasting class. Also from the Gahanna Jefferson High School, 12th grader Marcus wanted to share, participating in CCP program has allowed me to experience the rigor and structure of college level classes early. It has also helped me earn both college and high school credits, ultimately building my confidence in navigating higher education. Back to the Columbus City Schools, Daryl from Fort Hays Art Academy shared, College Credit Plus has taught me that challenging tasks can become manageable if I keep putting in the effort. And our final testimonial for tonight is from the New Albany Plain Local Schools, 12th grader Param. He says, overall, it was definitely a less structured educational environment than the typical high school class. It required much more individual initiative for taking charge of your learning. However, I felt like the college format respected my time much more and allowed me to build a schedule the way I wanted it. I want to thank all of our school partners for providing this additional information for tonight's presentation. We also would like your feedback as we wrap things up, and so I am going to drop this link also in the chat. We will again do this again in January and also in future years. So if you have any comments or feedback for us, we definitely want to make sure that the presentation that you're getting is worthwhile and that you're getting everything you need out of this. As we conclude our time together, we want to thank you again for joining us tonight. Again, if you have any additional general questions, please stay on the Zoom call and our panelists will address those prior to signing off for tonight. Again, there is that QR code to give us some feedback. And finally, your child's high school will be communicating individual processes and additional opportunities to ask questions about CCP in the near future. Our hope is your child will take advantage of CCP courses to expand their future opportunities. Thank you so much for listening to this CCP presentation and have a great evening. Again, we'll stay on for a couple minutes to answer any individual questions.